This course is going to be a complete course on web designing. In this course, I'm going to walk you through how to design any kind of website from scratch to finish within just 24 hours to 48 hours. That sounds sweet, and that will happen here. In this course, I will help you to become a good web designer from a beginner to a pro. At the end of this course, you should be able to design any kind of website, including blog post website, membership website, job posting website, e-commerce website, landing pages, and all of that. There are a lot you are going to be learning in this particular course. All I want you to do for me is kindly help me subscribe to this channel, like this video, and then let's dive into the course. Now, in this course, I'm going to divide it into two. Now, this particular video you are watching is just going to be the theoretical aspect. I'm going to tell you everything you know, you need to know to become a good web designer. And in our subsequent videos, which will be dropping very soon, you will learn the practical aspect from scratch, and we are going to be designing 3 good websites. Now, while am I giving you this theoretical aspect? Because there are things you need to know before you jump into the practice. If you don't know this, I see a lot of people posting videos on just pure practicals, but you need this theoretical aspect. It's just going to be less than 30 minutes, and then I'm going to lead you on. All right, so just go with me, and then we'll be there. But before we jump into my slide, and then I'll tell you what you need to know before you start web designing, please let me show you 3 websites that you are going to be learning how to design. And if you are done designing these 3, we are done designing these 3 websites in this course, you should be able to design any kind of website online. Now let me show you. Now, this is the first website, and of course it's a traveling website. You can see the beautiful animations, you can see it here. You can see everything that looks here. At the end of this course, you should be able to learn how to design it. Now, let's say we come to services. And then under services, you can see that it has a different design itself, and then you can see how beautiful it looks. All right, so all these home, about us, all of these things will be here. Most of these things are clickable. You can see I will teach you how to do all of these things. Find us on Facebook. How do they link Facebook to here? The search button is here, the logo is here, and I'll teach you how to do that. Now let's come to this website, discoverhub.com. You can see it's a job posting website. And so let's go back to the beginning. You can see that it has home. You can see the drop down menu. You learn how to do all of this. You can learn how to do all of this in this video. You can see how it looks. It looks so sweet. You can see this is a job posting website. You can see all of these things. They look very, very good. All these things are plugins. You will all see all of them. All right, so now let's go to the last one, which is a trading website. You can see all this their logo here, the home, the about us. It has a drop down, the services, it has a drop down, it has a gallery, everything here, contact us. You can see the animations you are seeing here. Let us talk. All these things, you will learn all of them in this course. All right, so that's the much reason why you need to subscribe to the channel and then follow us step by step. All these things you are seeing here, we are going to learn how to design it step by step. And then of course you can see that it has a widget here. If I click on it, it's going to take me directly to the top. You are going to learn how to do all of this. So now let's go into the theoretical aspect, and then I'm going to explain to you what you need before the subsequent videos on the practicals. All right, so web design course with Express Tech Academy with WordPress. All right, so now we are using WordPress to teach you. We are going to be showing you the differences in all of this. I'm going to teach you the difference between a website and website design and website development, why we are using WordPress and all of that. This is very, very much. Just bear with us. My name is Dennis, and I'm teaching at the platform of Express Tech. If you need a certificate for this course after you take it, send me a DM or just tell me in the comment section. We'll provide a certificate for you that will cover you when you get a job. All right, now what is WordPress? WordPress is a free open source content management system, a CMS. All right, that's a place where people design website. A CMS is like a container where things are being built. All right, so it's just like a container where you go to build your website. So WordPress is a container where you build your website, not a container. All right, so it's a CMS. I'm just saying it's a container, like a container where you build your website without coding. Of course, you know that before you build a website, you need to do a lot of coding. You know, those coding are like mathematics, is very, very tough. But this one is going to be very simple. It has no and little coding. All right. So, of course, a WordPress website is a website you design with a WordPress. Of course, this definition is very simple. All right. So now this is the dashboard. We are going to be talking about this dashboard a lot, and in the practicals, we are going to be visiting this dashboard a lot. So this is how a WordPress dashboard looks like, and this is how you are going. This is where you are going to be designing all your website from. It's very, very sweet. I mean, I love web designing, especially with WordPress. All right, so let's go. So you will learn everything about it. Everything here we're going to learn this step by step. All right. So you can see now, I said WordPress is a CMS platform. So we have other content management system like Joomla, Drupal, Wix. I have a website with Wix, and then we have Shopify, we have Squarespace, we have Magento. I know how to teach and create website with almost all of them. All right. So if you need me to create a video for any of them, to how to design a website with any of them, please tell me in the comment section. I'm going to do just that. All right. So that is that. Of course, you can see that WordPress is the most popular CMS, and it comprises of 43% of all websites. This is crazy. We have a lot of CMS websites, in fact, particularly with other the coding type of website, but WordPress alone has to do with 43%. And of course, you can see that that is the order of the day, and that's why I'm recommending and teaching you in this course. All right, so now let's go again. Now, 15 types of websites you can create with WordPress. The ones you'll be learning in this course. After this course, you should be able to learn how to design all of these websites. A blog website, all right, well, people that do blogging, business website, people that buy and sell, e-commerce, of course, like Temu, Jumia, and all of that are e-commerce website where you can buy and sell products, all right. Portfolio website, if you want to showcase your portfolio, of course, you'll be able to get a portfolio. I will teach you how to get a portfolio for your skill as a web designer, all right. And then, of course, personal website, you can get your own personal. I have a personal website, and I have a website for this academy. All right, the educational website like schools and all of that, non-profit and charity website, news and magazines website. You will be able to learn to design this with WordPress. We have membership website, we have forum and community website, and then of course we have what we call landing pages. Those who run advertisement, they know what landing page is a lot, so you will learn how to design it as well. We also have event websites, and we also have real estate website. We also have restaurant and food delivery website. All these things are websites you can be able to manage. And the last but not the least is LMS website. Of course, we have LMS website for Express Tech. LMS website is like a website like Coursera, ALS, Google Certificate, and all of these websites where you can go there, take courses, and get your certificate. Of course, we do that at Express Tech at expresstechacademy.tech. All right, so you can see that. All right, so now, why are we using WordPress? Number one reason, in fact, I didn't even include it, but the first reason is that it is the most popular CMS, comprised of 43% of other websites. So that's, in fact, the enough reasons why we should use it. And then the first one here is it's very easy to use. You don't need coding. You just drag and drop. I'm going to show you everything. This video is going to be very, very sweet, and then the course is going to be very sweet and practical. All right, remember, the course is just practical. This video is just to show you the theoretical aspect of what you need. All right, of course, it's a free and open source, completely free. You are not paying anything for the WordPress. It's completely free. All right, it's very flexible, creates almost any type of website. It's very scalable from small blogs to big website. You can host it with any big website. The 3 websites I showed you from the beginning are bigger websites, and they were created with WordPress. All right, in fact, I'm managing one of them because we're SEO friendly. Now, Google loves SEO website, and Google loves WordPress website. It's very simple. What is SEO? SEO is search engine optimization. That's when you create your website should be able to rank on Google. So WordPress, Google love WordPress website. Why? Because they also rank on Google. All right, so this is one of the reasons why we are using WordPress. Of course, it has a lot of plugins, more than 60,000 of them, a lot of themes that you can use to increase your functionality and improve the outcome of your website. It is a large ecosystem that has good hosting providers, developers, teams, plugins, etc. You will love this. All right, let's just go. Alright, so the history of WordPress, I won't likely say much here because this may not be needed, but then WordPress was created by Molenbeek and Mike Little. So because they started a blog with it and then created it, and then they begin to, it begins to go viral. Of course, well, today we are now using it, and that happens in 2003. All right, so it was just with blogs, all right, and then it grew from there from a simple blogging form to full CMS, that's content management system. Today it powers about 40% plus of websites on the internet. All the websites, 40% of them are built here. Some of them are built on Shopify, some of them are built on Wiz with coding and others, but 43% of them are built with WordPress. That's so much. In fact, if you get a client or you're building for yourself, you don't need to go and do all of this. Just use WordPress. All right, it's supported by a large global open source community. Now, the features of WordPress is that number one is free and open source software, very free. I've said that. Number two is user friendly. The dashboard is very friendly, like I showed you. Of course, you can see the dashboard here is very friendly here to navigate. All right, it has more than 60,000 plus plugins and themes you can use. I'll tell you why when we proceed, what is plugins, what is themes, and all of that. I'll tell you all of that, so just follow me. All right, so like I said, this video is not going to be more than 30 minutes. It's just a theory. Other videos will teach you more in depth, because it's built in blogging system. Of course, they started with blogging, support multimedia. You can upload images, you can upload video, you can upload audio. Most of the website I was showing you were seeing animations, videos, and all of that. They are there. Of course, we have SEO tools and integration. You can integrate SEO tools like Yoast, all-in-one SEO to make your Google rank, make your website rank on Google, and all of that. All those things are there. And then we have multi-user roles. All right, there's one of the website I'm managing, and we are 10 managing that website. So once they want you to manage the website and post article as a writer for them, I'm a writer. All right, so once they employ you to manage their website for them as a writer, they will just create an access for you. You have multiple admin. So WordPress gives you that leverage, and of course it's mobile responsive. Mobile responsive teams mean that if you create a website, it will be very fast on both phone and laptop, and of course tablet. All right, so that's that. Of course, he has a very strong community support. There's a community where you will join if you have any issue with any of this software, or you have any issue with tech, anything, you can just join others and collaborate. All right, so that's that. And then of course, what is the advantage, what is the benefit of we using this? Number one, again, is easy to use. Number two is very cost effective. Like I said, it's very free, very free. Like this Wiz and other ones where Shopify, these things are paid. There's a level to which you can use the free version too, but WordPress is completely free. All right, it's just some plugins that maybe sometimes you may need to do some upgrading on plugins and themes, not on WordPress. WordPress is completely free, and then you can customize anything. You can customize themes, you can customize everything, you can customize it. You will see it. All right, and it's SEO friendly. All right, so Google loves WordPress. I said that from the beginning. Google loves WordPress. Okay, secure. You can secure your website. One of the most important aspects, which I'm going to be teaching also here, is how to secure your website from attackers. So he also has plugins that helps you to secure your website. All right. Of course, we have community support, scalable, multi-language. Now, multi-languages, for example, you build a website on English, everything there is written in English, like you're seeing, and then maybe somebody from France, that's the French language, French country, now view that website. He cannot understand English. How does he understand? How will he understand? You can just include a plugin, a French plugin, and then the person will just translate it. With just a simple click, everything will be translated to French. He follows, and that's the good thing about WordPress. All right, so join me as we build this website from scratch in our subsequent video. But for now, get to know why you need all these things. All right, so now, of course, we know that to design a website is coding. All right, we know that before you design a website, everything is coding. All right, so there are some parts of WordPress designing that has to do with coding, but you can actually design a website from scratch without coding. But there are some aspects that you may actually need coding. If you need it, you just put it. If you don't need it, go. All right, so what is coding? Coding has to do with three aspects. I majorly call them three aspects, but they are more than. So WordPress is majorly no coding, but you can include some coding aspects like the HTML. Now the HTML has to do with the structure of the web pages, how they look, all right? The structure, how you structure them. You put the home here, you put the about us here, you put the down part here, you put the picture here. That is the structure. Now the CSS is the styling, the colors, the text style, and all of that. Everything, the beauty of the website is the CSS, and then the JavaScript is the interactivity, how you interact. When people click, what would they see? When people click on this or scroll, what happens? That one is JavaScript. We also have the PHP, which has to do with the core programming, and then of course the language of the WordPress, which is also the core programming is the language of the WordPress. All right, so you can see how it looks. All right, now the HTML, like I say, is just like the skeleton, the structure. All right, it defines what content appears next. So where did you put this, where did you put the structure? All right, so the buttons, where are you putting the buttons, and all of that. Now CSS is the beauty of the website, the colors, the styling, the designs, everything that has to do with it. Now you know that we are talking about the HTML, the coding aspect of WordPress, but this the what you are seeing is just like the front end, right? But then all these things are done, making it look good, are done from the back end. And then of course on WordPress you drag and drop and do everything, but in the coding aspect you have to actually code. All right, you know what coding is. Coding has to do with a lot of mathematics. All right, so and then the JavaScript, which has to do with the behavior. When you scroll down, what happened when you click here, when you fill a form, what happened, and all of that. So all these things are the coding aspect of it. So when you are designing with WordPress, when will you actually need coding? If at all you need coding, when will you need it? Coding is, let's say you choose a theme and you don't like the way the theme is and you want to redesign it, you can redesign it with coding. Now the WordPress has a lot of plugins and a lot of things. I'm going to tell you what plugins and themes means. Don't worry, let's just proceed. Now they have a lot of plugins. Like we said, there are 60,000 plugins and of course a lot of themes, all right, numerous of themes. Now these things are built by coding and then by people who code, and then they now put it on WordPress for you to now use for free. But the actual build up of those plugins. Now what is plugin? Plugin is, for example, like let's say you want to integrate a WhatsApp on your phone, on your website, so that when somebody click it, he joins your group or contact you on WhatsApp. Or let's say you integrate an email so that when somebody fill the form, he'll get all these things are plugins. So the person who built that before you cannot just use it as drag and drop on WordPress is what we call coding. All right, so you may not actually need it, but if you need it, all right, just tell me in the comment section that you need a video on coding and I'll make one for you. All right, so when you are developing plugins, I just said that, and then when the website is becoming advanced in a way that there are some things you can't do with drag and drop, so you can actually do that. All right, so of course you can see that this is what it looks like. So all these things here, you have to put the greater than, the less than, the slash, the all of these. You have to learn all of this coding, but then this is WordPress. And in this course, I'm going to be teaching you how to design it with WordPress, and it's completely for free. Please kindly help me like this video. Please kindly help me subscribe. Please, it will help me a lot. If you feel I'm giving you value, please, why not you subscribe? It doesn't take you data, right? So that's that. Of course, you can see this is the CS, this formula of the CSS. There's a JavaScript, the formula, and all of that. And then you can see that when you are actually doing the coding, you will actually be coding like this, and then the appearance will not be appearing. Well, that is the CSS will now be appearing. You are doing the HTML coding like this, and then the CSS will be appearing. Now I've been talking about plugins, themes. What is plugin? Plugin is a package of code that is installed to improve the functionality of that particular website. I've just mentioned it, that you can install a WhatsApp, you can install, there are a lot of them. In fact, you can even install, let me just show you the examples here. You can see that these are the example. You can include all these things here, but this, we have Elementor, we have WooCommerce. Now WooCommerce is a plugin that helps you to develop a website for e-commerce website that where you buy and sell, like Temu, Jumia, and all of that. All right, so e-commerce helps you. Use is, those who do blogging, they know what use is for you to actually it's for you to actually rank your website on Google. All right, so Elementor is the actual plugin that we will use to build the website. So in fact, after you install the WordPress and do all the settings, the first thing you need to install is the Elementor, because that's what you use to build the website. And then the WH forms, if you need a form for someone to fill and then get the details, all these things are plugins. You don't need to create them on your own. It's just for you to install it, and then that's all. All right, so we have WoodFence. WoodFence is for security purposes. Draft Plus is to back up your website, so that when you lost your website, you can actually retrieve it. All right, so you can see that this is how to add plugins. So of course you can see that this is how the dashboard of WordPress looks like. I've showed it from the beginning. So you can come to plugins, you can come here, type the plugin you want, click on install, you just start using it. It's very, very simple like that. So that's how this is how it looks. All right, so now website security is very, very important, and then I just put it here because, see, if you are creating your website, you must have to have some, you have to have it at the back of your mind that when you start making money with your website, or you start driving traffic to your website, whether it's for a client or for yourself, you will start having some people trying to hack your website. So you have to be ensure that you secure the website. And in securing the website, you don't normally use the normal login address like wp/admin. I'll teach you all of that as well. You don't need to do that. You need to do two-way authentication, two-factor authentication, and you need to put strong password. Not strong password that includes your name, just your name like that. No, I'm going to teach you how to do that way. You can also put a security plugin like WoodFence or Sucuri. All right, can put Sucuri or WoodFence and other platforms that can also help you to secure your website. This is very important. If you are designing for a client, you need to also put this plugin to ensure that the person's website is secured. It's not just to design a website for somebody, get the money and go away. You need to also ensure that you give quality. All right, so that is that. And then of course, what is themes? We just talk about what is plugins, and then we are now talking about what is themes. Themes are design templates that makes your website looks good. All right, so after you install some of the plugins like Elementor, WoodCommands, that's if you are designing for others, and then you need to install a theme. A theme is what makes your website looks better. What control the appearance of your website. Some of the themes are premium, while some of them are free. All right, some of them are paid while some of them are free. You can find the ones that are free and use them. Now I have up to 20 templates completely for free I'm going to be giving to you. Just tell me in the comment section, well done Dennis, I need these templates, and I'm going to send you directly to you. They are premium, I paid for them, but you don't need to pay for them. I'm giving you for free. All right, thank you for helping me do that. All right, so we have some of these themes like Astra, OceanWP and all that. Now let's look at how they look. Now this is how they look. This is how a theme look. So you can see that this is how a theme looks. So if we install this theme, for example, this is how this is an Astra theme. So if you install this theme, you can see that this is how your website is going to look. All you have to do is just to change the image, customizing, change the color, change some of these things, delete some things you don't like. But this is how the website is going to look like. If we install this one here, you can see that this is how your website is also going to look. It's just for you to put in the new, maybe in different image, change the color of, let's say, from this yellow to another color and all of that. If we install this one, this is how it's going to look. So these are themes. It controls the appearance of your website. All right, so now how do you select themes? You just come to appearance, select the theme, and then you install it, customize it and all of that. But don't worry, this is just theory, right? I'm going to teach you in the next video complete practicals how to do all of this. This is just what I want you to know ahead of time, all right, so that when we get there it won't be strange to you. Now a website is majorly comprised of themes and plugins. You can't design a website without these two things, so you need to understand a full website is a theme and different plugins. But theme is just one, plugins can be many depending on what other things you need to, like let's say you need security, you can install security plugin. You need WhatsApp, you install WhatsApp plugin. You need Google, just different stuffs like that. All right, so you're going to enjoy this class. Now I showed you that I was going to tell you the difference between website designing and website development. Now, what is this? Website designing, like the name implied, designing. You are designing the appearance of the website, how the appearance is going to look, the colors, the animations, the look, and everything. You are just, your focus is just designing how it looks. All right, so you can use tools like themes, template, page builders, and all of that. It has low or no coding required. All right, so of course you can see that here is going to be drag and drop, and you can design a complete website under 24 hours. It's magic. All right, what is 24 hours? Under 3 hours, 4 hours, if you are good, you can design a complete website. All right, you can see that a web development is now has to do with coding, where you are now coding, trying to do HTML, trying to do all this mathematical stuff. All right, so I know a little about it, and then if you need a video, just let me know. All right, so but for this class we are just going to focus on how to design a website, because when a client gives you a job, it doesn't concern him whether you are doing coding. All he wants is let the website work and let it look beautiful. So if you can use website with WordPress, why not? If you can use coding, why not? But if you know how to use WordPress, why will you suffer yourself to now use coding? Except there are aspects where you need coding. All right, so that's that for that. And then while we use important words that we'll be using consistently on this particular class is domain. Domain is the name of your website. Like for example, www.google.com, that's your domain. www.expresstechacademy.tech, that's the name of the URL of our tech industry. That is the domain. All right, now the hosting is the store where you host this website. All right, hosting is the store where you host this website. And you need to understand that hosting and domain works hand in hand. Now hosting is just like a LAN, then the domain is like a house. A house is usually in a LAN. All right, so the LAN is housing the domain. The LAN is housing the house. All right, is accommodating the house. So the host will get your website and store it. All right, so but for these ones you're going to pay for it. All right, like I said again, that WordPress is completely for free, but the website is not free. There's no way you will find a website that's free. As the only one that is free they can't give you .com, .ng, .net. They can't give you all this one is long URL that can never rank on Google. So all right, so you can just get your. So for you to understand this course, please, I want you to check on the video description or in the comment section and get the link to the best hosting I've ever come across, called Green Geeks. I'm partnering with them, and then if you use the link, you're going to get some commission cut on you're going to get some cut in the website you're buying, and then I'm also going to get a commission for using that link. All right, so thank you very much for helping me do that. I will appreciate if you support me by that. All right, so the other words we'll be using is theme. I've explained this. Plugins, I've explained this. Dashboard, that's the overall dashboard where you are doing the work from, which seems to be like the back end. All right, and then of course post is like an articles. So if you go to website, you see a lot of articles. We will also be doing all of that. Pages are like home, the about us page, the about us page, we have the privacy policy page, the services page. All those pages are different. All right, and different from post is different, pages are different. So we will hear us talk more about this in the practical class. And then we have SEO. SEO is search engine optimization. Very important. You are not designing a website for yourself, you are designing a website that will actually rank on Google. So you have to focus on this search engine, and I'm going to be focusing more on it as well because you will be needing it strongly. All right, so responsive design, we're going to talk about responsive design. Responsive design is you design a website and the website is fast both on your phone and both on your laptop and both on tablets. Of course you are designing with your laptop, but a lot of viewers will view your website from a phone, so you need to ensure that is responsive in all of these screen sizes. All right, so we have to have SSL. SSL is a digital certificate, security certificate. Now if you buy this hosting with the link in my description, that website also comes with a certificate that will secure your website for you. All right, so that's why you need to help me use the link. All right, so now what you need to start designing a website, very simple. Number one, you need a laptop. Now I know that there are a lot of people who said you can design a website with phone, but I've not used it before. I've not not designed a website from phone before, but it's very easy using laptop. The second thing is domain name. All right, just buy a domain, and then of course buy a hosting where you host it before you now start designing with WordPress. And then of course immediately you do all of this, you can now install WordPress. Of course, that's the first thing we are going to be doing from the first class. All right, so just bear with me. Now of course you can see that you can now install, after you install WordPress, you install a theme, you install plugins, and then the main job begins. All right, so I've talked about this. All right, so I've talked about hosting. Hosting is where you host your website. Domain is www.com. so look at how it looks. Look at how it looks. So you can see that here the HTTPS is the security, and you can see there is a preface, and then this one is the subdomain, the www.nicewebsite.com. Now nice website is the name of the website, and the .com is actually the extension. So the name of the website and the extension forms the domain name. So this is actually the name of the website. This is constant in most cases, and this is not actually constant because sometimes it's HTTP. And if your website does not have security, it will not have this X. So that's why you need to buy a website that has that. All right, so of course we have talked about this hosting, and then you can use GreenGeeks. GreenGeeks is one of the best. I've actually used a lot of website hosting. I don't want to mention them because I don't want to demarket any brand, but I have found value with these GreenGeeks because in fact you can install a WordPress directly from their dashboard instead of even going to the cPanel. But in the class we are going to be doing the both. We are going to do both, go to the cPanel and teach you everything there, and also teach you everything here. You can see that the interface looks very simple, and then we are going to teach you in the practical. So use the link in my description, buy a website, and then follow us and learn to do what we are doing. If you are buying for your clients, you can also use the link. All right, so you can see domain and hosting works together. I've said this from the past. Domain is like the house address, hosting is the land where the house is. Very simple. Domain is the house address, the house, then the hosting is where the land is, the land that hosts that house. All right, so you can see that it's very simple. Now website responsiveness is very important. Now you are designing a website from your laptop, but your viewers, most of them are viewing it from the phone. So at each section when you are designing, you need to ensure that it's responsive on a phone, on a mobile phone, and as well on the mobile phone, and as well as a tablet and other gadget, but just three: tablet, phone, and laptop. So you can ensure means a website can adapt to different sizes. So if I design a website now, I should be able to view it in any area, and it should still look good with the same listing. I'm going to teach you how to do that so you can provide better experience. Responsiveness of a website is very good, and you cannot underestimate this when you're designing a website. All right, please give your clients a nice job. Right now, one of the aspects of website designing that is very, very key to me is the speed. The speed of the website is very important. See, if you design a website for someone that it takes up to 1 minute or 2 minutes to load the page, or 3 minutes to load the page, you are not going to get jobs. You are not going to get recommendations. In fact, that's a poor work. In fact, a page should not take more than 3 seconds, 4 seconds to load. So how do you optimize your performance for speed? We are going to also teach you that step by step. We are going to use some plugins. All of them are free, and you're going to enjoy this course. All right, so of course you're optimizing the optimization of the performance is what I'm talking about. We are still going to use more plugins that will help you do all of that. Now when you want to start website designing, you go to your dashboard on your hosting, you click on your website, you're going to see where to install WordPress. After you install WordPress, the first thing you need to do before you even start installing any plugin or anything is to set up your settings. And the settings, you can set them up very simply. The settings are very important, like the time, how the time will display, how the URL will display, and every other thing. And you can even add your name, all right, designed by so person, or all those things. We'll do them before we begin the class. All right, it's going to be a simple class. All right, of course, website SEO is very important to me because you are not designing for yourself. Actually, you are designing for the public. You are designing to rank on Google. So the website you are designing for a client or for yourself should be able to rank on Google, and SEO play a big part of that. I'm a writer. I'm an SEO writer. I've been writing for a lot of blogs. That's why this experience is going to be very good for you. All right, so now let's go. Now the navigation button, when I showed you from those websites that if you go to menus, this is how it looks, the drop down menu look, all those menus you are seeing, we are going to learn how to do all of that. Now at the end of this video, I'm also going to use like a minute to walk you through the website we are going to be learning how to design, but you are going to be finding all of these there. I just want to let you know ahead of time. All right, so now this is it. We have website and back end, front end. Now the website has the back end and it has the front end. The front end is what people are seeing. The back end is where the work is being done. So that is the back end, is where you are doing the work, where you are doing the designing. Then the people outside are looking at it. That is the front end. So you can see the example here. So you can see that this is the front end, what people are seeing, and then this is what you are doing from there. It doesn't even look like it, but this is what people are seeing. So the website has a front end and it has the back end. The back end is where the main work is being done. All right, so we can include the front end, include HTML, CSS, JS, JX, and then that JS means JavaScript, and then PSD. So you can see all of this like this. And then website building with templates. Now I understand that I've been talking about templates, and then some of you must have been asking question now, well, is it template we're going to be using to design? Now you can design a website with WordPress from scratch. All right, you can actually do that from scratch, and that's what we'll be learning. Then the web designing with template is just customizing. Once you install a template that you like, you just change whatever you want to change. That thing does not even take time. You just change, but it takes you to be very active. It takes you to be very, follow it step by step, not to make mistakes, to make sure that everything is looking good and edit whatever it needs to be edited. So this template, like I said again, I have over 20 of them. I bought them, so I'm going to be giving you for free. All you have to do is tell me, well done, please, I need this thing, I need this template. I'm going to send them directly to you and you will get them. I won't hold them back. I'm going to give it to you. All right, so you can also, so at the end of this course, one of the video in this course is going to be including how to design a website with templates. All right, so just follow us step by step. You are going to learn a lot from this course. It's free, but all I want you to do for me is kindly help me subscribe. That's the only thing I want you to do for me. And you can ask me any question. I will even project my number. Chat me on WhatsApp. Ask me any question. I will answer you. I'm a good teacher anyway. Of course, I've been speaking nice, right? So that's it. So of course, so these are the templates, the website templates. You can choose any of them and then you can start designing, just customizing, change colors, change, it's very simple. You will see when I send those things to you, and then we are going to now go into the full practicals. Now the full practicals is going to take, we will have to do with multiple videos. So because I'm going to be touching every section, but the videos won't be long, so that you'll be able to comprehend. Like this video now is becoming long and I want to end here for it. But before we end, just give me 1 minute. Let me show you the website we'll be designing again, so that you see the beauty of what you're about to learn in the practicals. So we come here and then we come here again. You can see that this is the website. Of course, let's go back to home so that you see the complete beauty of the website. But then you can see that this page is our services page and it was taking a new look. And then we are going into the home where we have more design. You can see that this image is as if it's coming out and then it's changing. All these things, you will learn them. Very sweet. You learn them. All right, so you can see how it looks. You can see how it looks. It's very amazing. Very amazing. Very amazing. You can see the logo. You can see everything here, the search button. I've shown you from the beginning. I just want to show you again. All right, so we can just come here again and then you can see this discoverhub.com. This is a job posting website where people post jobs and for you to go. AI content creation, how to write smart content. All these things are article website. All right, stay ahead of the curve in business marketing at stake. You can see them. It's very, very sweet. It's a simple website for you. And then our services, you can see our services section here. And then if you come the last website, you can see this one is what I like. This one very well. Right, I like the design of this website very well. You can see everything here. Everything here is very simple. You can do all of these things with WordPress, drag and drop, and you can design this website in 24 hours to 48 hours. It's very simple. You just have to follow me step by step. All right, if you have any question, tell me on the comment section. I appreciate that the fact that you follow me from the beginning to this course. Please don't miss the course, the next classes I'm going to be dropping. Please kindly check. I will put them on the playlist so they'll be able to help you do that. Please, if you think I'm offering you value and you think that we are doing good, please kindly help me subscribe, like, and then share this video to your fellows to benefit. Now before we go, let me say this, that you need a certificate. All right, you actually need a certificate, you need a portfolio. I'm going to give you a video, I'm going to teach a video how to create a portfolio. But if you need a certificate, please kindly send me a DM, and then I will provide a certificate for you that will make you valuable in the eyes of a recruiter, that you can get a job. Now, there are a lot of jobs I post on our job community. So if you learn this website designing from me, and then you use my link in the description to buy a website and follow up this, please send me a DM with the proof, and I'm going to give you two things. Number one, I'm going to add you to the group where I post jobs every day. Number two, I'm going to give you a complete book. All right, a complete book on how to make money with this skill. That is mind-blowing. That's mind-blowing. It's going to fetch you a lot of dollars. All right, so just kindly help me subscribe to the channel, and then I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.